Let's talk about AI. For the past year, the conversation has been dominated by big names like ChatGPT and Gemini. These models have shifted what we thought was possible, opened the floodgates, and introduced millions to generative AI. But while everyone's focused on the main stage, a whole new ecosystem of tools has been quietly bubbling up. Forget ChatGPT. These new AI tools are changing the game, moving beyond chatbots into specialized AI agents. They're built for productivity, creativity, and development, automating tasks that seemed like science fiction just months ago. In this video, we're going deep to reveal underrated AI tools that are shaping the future of work. We're talking about AI teammates that can run research projects and manage cloud infrastructure. It's a new frontier moving faster than you can imagine. The goal is to give you a glimpse into where this is headed, equipping you with tools your competitors haven't heard of yet. Let's get into it. First up, Simulon. This is a fundamental shift in how we think about productivity software. For years, we've had tools like Asana, Trello, Notion, Confluence, Slack, and Teams. They're great, but passive. Simulon bills itself as your AI teammate for research and planning. And that is not just marketing speak. This is a system designed to actively participate in your projects. You give it a high-level objective, like researching the market viability for a new line of sustainable sneakers. Once you assign the objective, Simulon starts thinking. It will break down the high-level goal into a series of logical subtasks. Simulon will then execute that plan, scour the web, read through PDFs, and process data. It then reports back its findings as a structured, coherent summary, complete with sources and key insights. It's the difference between a tool and a teammate. Simulon is like Notion plus GPT plus Asana on steroids. Let's break that down. The Notion part acts as a central hub for knowledge. The GPT part is the intelligence engine that powers the whole thing. Simulon integrates this intelligence at a much deeper, more structural level. Then you have the Asana component, which is the project management and task delegation aspect. This creates a powerful human-in-the-loop system. Putting it all together, you get this hybrid platform. The on-steroids part is the synergy between these functions. It's a glimpse into the future of knowledge work. Let's consider a practical use case here. Imagine you're a product manager tasked with developing a feature roadmap for the next 6 months. The old way involves a ton of manual, tedious work. You'd spend hours reading through customer feedback tickets, compiling user interview notes, analyzing competitor features from their marketing sites, and trying to synthesize all of that into a coherent document. It's a process that's ripe for human error, bias, and just sheer exhaustion. It's valuable work, but it's a grind, and it takes you away from the high-level strategic thinking you're actually paid to do. Now, let's plug Simulon into that workflow. You create a new project and give it a single prompt. Analyze all customer feedback from Zendesk, our user interview transcripts in Google Drive, and the feature lists of our top 3 competitors. Identify the top 5 most requested features, and synthesize the findings into a report that includes potential user impact and strategic alignment. You connect the data sources, you hit go, and you go get a coffee. You're delegating the entire data gathering and synthesis phase to your AI teammate. While you're gone, Simulon gets to work. It authenticates with your other services, pulls in all the unstructured data, text from tickets, transcripts, web pages, and starts to make sense of it all. It's not just keyword matching. It's using natural language understanding to identify the core themes, the user pain points, and the feature requests, even when they're phrased differently. It then cross-references those requests with its analysis of your competitors' offerings and presents you with a concise, data-backed report. Suddenly, a week's worth of work is done in, say, 20 minutes. This is what I mean by a workflow revolution. It's not about replacing the product manager. It's about augmenting them. It elevates their role from data gatherer to chief strategist. The AI handles the what. What are people asking for? What are our competitors doing? And the human can focus entirely on the so what and the what's next. It frees up immense cognitive bandwidth for the creative, strategic, and human-centric parts of the job. This is the kind of leverage that can fundamentally change the output and velocity of a team. Platforms like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and Azure are incredibly powerful, but also complex. This is where AutoInfra comes in, a DevOps AI agent that aims to completely abstract away that complexity. The entire interface is a conversation, a chat window. You just tell AutoInfra what you want to do in plain English. It's a radical departure, and a move towards something far more intuitive. Think about what that means. You could say something like, provision a new EC2 instance and make sure port 443 is open. AutoInfra passes that request and handles the how so you can focus on the what. It democratizes infrastructure management in a way that feels like a genuine leap forward. It's AWS management with 0 clicks. So how does this actually work? It's not just a simple chatbot that gives instructions. AutoInfra is an agent with agency. When you give it a command, it takes action. It is securely connected to your cloud accounts, allowing it to execute commands on your behalf. This is the crucial difference. It's not a guide, it's a doer. It's your AI systems administrator who is always on call. Let's look at managing application scaling. You might tell AutoInfra, set up an auto-scaling group for our web application. This is a sophisticated rule that would normally involve configuring multiple services. AutoInfra understands the relationship between all those components. It will generate the necessary infrastructure as code configuration and ask for your confirmation before applying it. This provides a critical layer of safety and oversight. The emergence of tools like AutoInfra points to a fascinating future for software development and IT operations. For decades, we've been building layers of abstraction to make things easier. We went from programming in machine code to assembly, then to high-level languages like C++ and Python. We went from managing physical servers to virtual machines, and then to containers and serverless functions. Each layer hid complexity and increased developer productivity. Conversational AI is simply the next and perhaps ultimate layer of abstraction. It suggests a future where the primary interface for interacting with complex digital systems is natural language. The user interface becomes a conversation. This doesn't mean developers will stop writing code, but the nature of their work might shift. Instead of spending time on boilerplate configuration and wrestling with YAML files, they can focus more on core business logic and application architecture. They can offload the tedious, repetitive, and error-prone parts of infrastructure management to a reliable AI agent, acting more as an architect who directs the AI's work. This also has huge implications for team structure and collaboration. The division between dev and ops has always been a source of friction. Developers want to ship features quickly, while operations teams prioritize stability and reliability. An AI agent like AutoInfra can act as a neutral, intelligent intermediary. It can enforce best practices, run automated security checks before deployment, and provide a common, understandable language for both sides to communicate their needs. It could help bridge that gap and foster a more seamless development lifecycle. Of course, we're still in the early days. The beta tag is there for a reason. The security and reliability of giving an AI direct control over your production infrastructure is a massive consideration that needs to be handled with extreme care. But the direction is clear. We are moving towards a world where we manage systems by describing our desired outcomes, not by manually implementing every step. And for anyone building software, that is a future worth getting very, very excited about. AutoInfra is one of the first concrete examples of what that future looks like. Next up is MindVerse, a multi-modal AI that thinks in maps. MindVerse ingests various data types, documents, audio, video, notes, and visualizes the connections between them. It's an AI-powered cartographer for your brain. Instead of bullet points, MindVerse builds a dynamic, interactive network. The AI seeks out thematic overlaps and recurring concepts. It helps you see the bigger picture. This approach mirrors our natural, non-linear way of thinking. It provides a digital canvas that keeps up with creative chaos. It's about exploring information in a fluid, interconnected space. The multimodal aspect is a game changer, breaking down silos between media formats. Build a comprehensive, holistic knowledge base. The AI is your guide, pointing out hidden pathways. Let's discuss the user experience, because a great concept can fall flat with a clunky interface. MindVerse has a clean and intuitive design. The main workspace is this expansive canvas, and the process is simple. Drag and drop your files. As soon as you upload, a primary node appears, and the AI gets to work. You can see it processing in real time, with smaller concept nodes branching out. There's a certain elegance to watching it build the map, almost like it's revealing the hidden structure of your own knowledge. The interaction model is well thought out. Click any node for details, see quotes, and explore connections. You can zoom seamlessly, which is crucial with complex webs of ideas. What's cool is the ability to manually add your own nodes and link them to the AI-generated ones, turning it into a collaborative brainstorming partner. The performance is surprisingly snappy, even with large files. The team clearly understood that the experience needed to feel fluid and responsive. Ultimately, the UI and UX design serves the core purpose of the tool, to get out of the way and let you focus on your ideas. It's a tool that encourages deep work. So, who is this actually for? The immediate use case is for students and academic researchers. Imagine being able to upload an entire semester's worth of lecture recordings, readings, and notes, and having an AI build a comprehensive study guide that visually connects every key theme. It's like having a super-powered research assistant that can see the entire landscape of your subject matter. For anyone writing a thesis or a major research paper, this could be an absolute game-changer, helping to synthesize vast amounts of information and uncover novel arguments that weren't obvious before. But the potential goes way beyond academia. I'm thinking of creative teams like screenwriters or game developers who are building complex worlds and narratives. They could upload character bios, plot outlines, location descriptions, and inspiration images, and use MindVerse to track the intricate relationships between every element of their story. It could help ensure consistency, spark new plot ideas, and visualize character arcs in a way that a simple document just can't. It's a tool for anyone who deals in complex systems of information, whether that system is a scientific theory or a fantasy universe. Then you have business strategists and market analysts. They could feed MindVerse with industry reports, competitor analyses, customer feedback calls, and internal sales data. The AI could then visualize market trends, highlight customer pain points that appear across different data sources, and show potential strategic opportunities that might be buried in the noise. It transforms data analysis from a process of digging through spreadsheets and reports into a more intuitive visual exploration. Seeing the connections laid out spatially can often lead to those aha moments that drive real business innovation. Looking forward, the potential for a tool like MindVerse is massive. As the AI models get even better at understanding context and nuance, the maps it generates will become richer and more insightful. I can imagine future versions integrating with real-time data streams, constantly updating your knowledge map as new information comes in. For now, MindVerse stands as a fascinating glimpse into the future of knowledge work. A future that is less about linear documents and more about dynamic, interconnected, and visual understanding. It's a powerful new way to think. Let's explore MyShell.ai, a platform built for the creator economy. It lets you build, train, and monetize your own custom AI assistants with no code. Creators can design a personality, define a purpose, and deploy a useful AI bot. If you're an educational creator, you could build an AI tutor trained on your video transcripts. MyShell provides the language models and framework. You focus on the creative part. The core is creating configurable AI personas, defining their voice and knowledge base. It's a way to scale your expertise in a completely new way. MyShell has a marketplace where you can list your AI bots for others to use, opening a new revenue stream. Diving into bot creation, I was surprised by how straightforward it is. The interface guides you through a workflow that feels like creating a video game character. First, define the bot's identity, name, avatar, and introduction. Then, craft its personality, speaking style, and backstory. Next, upload documents to create a custom knowledge base. A standout feature is voice cloning. Upload a voice sample to create a custom voice for your bot. Test your bot in a private chat, tweak settings, and refine it. When you're happy, hit publish and your bot is live. What does a platform like MyShell.ai mean for the future of the creator economy? I think it represents a significant evolution, introducing a new paradigm of one-to-many interaction. A single creator can now provide personalized, on-demand help to thousands of fans simultaneously through an AI that embodies their brand. This opens the door for new types of creators to emerge, like AI personality designers and knowledge curators. MyShell provides a platform for these AI artisans to build a following and a business. It's exciting to think about what kinds of novel AI bots people will come up with. Of course, there are questions and challenges, but the potential upside is undeniable. It's lowering the barrier to entry for building useful AI applications and providing a direct path to monetization. It's a bet that the next wave of innovation in AI won't just come from large tech companies, but from individual creators. It's one of the most interesting and forward-thinking creator tools I've seen in a long time. It's definitely one to watch. All right, let's dive into some niche AI tools doing really cool things. First up is Fein, an AI teaching assistant designed for deep understanding of pretty much anything. You give Fein a topic, and it generates a personalized learning path, breaking it down into fundamental building blocks. As you learn, it quizzes you and asks you to explain concepts back, applying the Feynman technique. The AI analyzes your explanations and gives feedback, like a patient, knowledgeable tutor available 24/7. Fein guides you through learning, focused on pedagogy, using analogies, and adapting explanations based on your feedback. For lifelong learners or students tackling tough subjects, this is a powerful concept. So when you actually use Fein, the experience feels very focused and minimalist. The interface is clean, almost like a distraction-free text editor, which I appreciate. You're there to learn, and the design reflects that. You start by inputting your learning goal, and the AI takes a moment to structure its plan. The generated learning path is presented as an interactive outline or a mind map, which you can expand and collapse as you progress. Each section has a concise explanation, often accompanied by a helpful analogy or a simplified diagram to aid understanding. The real engagement comes from the interactive prompts. After explaining a concept like, say, photosynthesis, Fein will prompt you with something like, "Okay, now imagine you're explaining this to a 10-year-old. How would you describe it?" This forces you to reprocess the information and synthesize it in a new way, which is a proven method for strengthening memory and comprehension. The AI's feedback on your explanation is surprisingly nuanced. It doesn't just check for keywords. It seems to grasp the semantic meaning of what you've written, guiding you toward a clearer and more accurate understanding. Another cool feature is the ability to ask clarifying questions at any point. If you're stuck on a particular term or idea, you can just ask Fein to explain it in a different way, or to provide a concrete example. This creates a dynamic and responsive learning environment that adapts to your individual needs. It's a far cry from the static nature of a textbook or a pre-recorded video lecture. The learning journey is personalized to your pace and your specific points of confusion, which makes the entire process feel much more efficient and less intimidating. Ultimately, using Fein feels less like studying and more like having a conversation with a really smart and patient teacher. The back-and-forth nature of the interaction keeps you actively engaged, preventing that passive reading glaze-over that can happen when you're just consuming large blocks of text. It's a tool that requires your active participation, and that's its greatest strength. By making you an active participant in your own learning, Fein helps ensure that the knowledge actually sticks. It's a thoughtfully designed experience from top to bottom. Looking at a tool like Fein, you can't help but think about its potential impact on the future of education. Personalized learning has been a buzzword in EdTech for years, but AI finally provides a scalable way to deliver it. Imagine a classroom where every student has access to a Fein-like AI tutor that can adapt to their individual learning style and pace. Teachers could then focus their time on higher-level activities like project-based learning and collaborative work, freed from the burden of explaining core concepts over and over again. It could completely reshape the role of the educator. This also has massive implications for self-directed learning and professional development. In a world where skills and technologies are constantly changing, the ability to quickly and effectively learn new things is a superpower. A tool like Fein could become an essential part of every professional's toolkit, allowing them to upskill or reskill on demand. Whether you're a marketer trying to understand data science or a designer needing to learn about new AI tools, Fein could provide a structured, efficient, and effective path to acquiring that new knowledge. Of course, it's still early days. The accuracy of the AI and its ability to handle extremely niche or rapidly evolving subjects will be a continual challenge, and there's always the risk that over-reliance on such a tool could atrophy a person's ability to learn from more traditional, less structured sources. These are valid concerns that will need to be addressed as the technology develops. The goal should be to use AI as a scaffold for learning, not a crutch that prevents independent thought and research. It's about augmentation, not replacement. But the promise is undeniable. Fein represents a new class of AI tools that are focused not just on information retrieval, but on genuine knowledge transfer and understanding. It's a shift from AI as an oracle that gives you answers to AI as a coach that helps you find the answers yourself. For anyone passionate about learning, this is an incredibly exciting development. It's a glimpse into a future where personalized, high-quality education is accessible to anyone with a curious mind and an internet connection. And that's a future worth building. We're diving into spreadsheets. They're powerful, but can be a huge time sink with manual data entry and endless lookups. Layer AI is a fundamental rethinking of how we interact with data tables. It positions itself as a spreadsheet whisperer, designed to live inside your existing Google Sheets or Excel workflow. You give it instructions in plain English and it does the heavy lifting. Imagine you have a list of company names and need to find their websites and employee counts. Just type a prompt, and then watch as it populates the sheet with speed and accuracy. This is about fundamentally changing what's possible, automating tedious tasks, and freeing you to focus on analysis and decisions. Layer AI flexes its muscles when it goes beyond simple data retrieval and into analysis and generation. Formulas can be rigid and complex. Layer AI sidesteps that. Just ask your spreadsheet. What's the total revenue from California customers who signed up after June 2023? It can also generate content. Instruct Layer AI to write engaging tweets with hashtags. Your content is drafted. This bridges the gap between raw data and actionable content seamlessly, like having an assistant in every cell. Think sentiment analysis. Simply ask Layer AI to analyze sentiment as positive, negative, or neutral. Now, it's accessible to anyone with a spreadsheet. Sophisticated techniques feel simple, and it learns from your context. So, how does Layer AI stack up against the competition? What I find compelling about Layer AI is its focus. It does one thing, using natural language to manipulate and analyze spreadsheet data. And it does it exceptionally well. By working as a layer on top of Google Sheets and Excel, it avoids user adoption hurdles. You keep your files where they are, you use the software you already know, but you get this massive upgrade in capability. The time saved on a single complex data cleaning task could easily justify the cost. Ultimately, Layer AI is an augmentation of human intelligence. It's a tool that doesn't just make you faster, it makes you more capable. We've talked about AI that helps you plan, deploy code, and analyze data. Riku is for anyone who's ever stared at a blinking cursor in a ChatGPT window and thought, what do I even ask it? Prompting is quickly becoming a critical skill. Riku is a playground for prompt engineering, designed to help you build, test, and refine your prompts across different AI models. Riku lets you experiment with all of them, side by side. This helps you choose the right tool for the right job. It's like a universal remote for the world's best language models, built around experimentation and iteration. Riku turns the art of prompt design into a science, allowing you to run controlled experiments and gather data on what works best. It's a powerful learning tool, empowering you to level up your own skills and become a more effective user of AI technology. Riku focuses on community and collaboration. The platform has a community library where users share prompts for tasks like writing marketing copy or generating code. Browse a massive collection of proven prompts, adapt them for your use case, and get a huge head start. This grows the collective knowledge base, benefiting everyone. Riku also lets you turn prompts into applications with a polished interface. Share via a link or embed on your website to productize your prompting skills. It's a no-code AI app builder for creators and entrepreneurs, opening new avenues for value. Build and sell access to specialized AI tools powered by your expertly crafted prompts. It democratizes AI-powered micro SaaS products, empowering subject matter experts, not just developers. So, who is Riku really for? On one level, it's for the hardcore prompt engineers, the people who live and breathe this stuff and want the absolute best environment for testing and optimization. The ability to compare models head-to-head and fine-tune every parameter of a prompt is a dream come true for this audience. It provides a level of control and analytical rigor that you just can't get from using individual AI chat interfaces. It's the professional-grade tool for the serious AI practitioner. But on another level, it's also for the curious beginner. If you're just starting to explore what's possible with AI and you want to understand why some prompts work better than others, Riku is an incredible educational resource. The community library provides a wealth of examples to learn from, and the experimental nature of the platform encourages you to play around, make mistakes, and discover what works without any pressure. It's a sandbox that invites exploration, making the steep learning curve of prompt engineering feel much more manageable and, frankly, a lot more fun. In the rapidly expanding AI landscape, the models themselves are becoming somewhat commoditized. We're seeing new, powerful models released almost every month. The real, defensible skill is knowing how to use them effectively. Riku understands this perfectly. Its value isn't tied to any single AI model. Its value lies in being the best interface to work with all of them. It's model agnostic, which makes it a future-proof tool. As new and better models come out, you can bet Riku will integrate them, keeping you on the cutting edge. Ultimately, Riku is a bet on the importance of the human in the loop. It recognizes that AI is a powerful instrument, but it still needs a skilled musician to play it. By providing the best possible environment for honing that skill, it empowers users to get exponentially more value out of the incredible AI tools at their disposal. It's a meta tool, a tool for building better tools. And in the age of AI, that's an incredibly powerful and strategic place to be. If you're looking to move from a casual AI user to a true power user, Riku is a platform you should definitely have on your radar. So there you have it. Simulon, AutoInfra, MindVerse, MyShell.ai, AI, and Riku. A whole suite of powerful next-generation AI tools pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From automating research and cloud infrastructure to visualizing ideas and building AI assistants, the innovation happening is just staggering. And the craziest part? These tools are exploding on Product Hunt and Future Tools right now, but most people still don't know they exist. We're in the early days, at a fascinating inflection point where advanced capabilities are becoming accessible every single day. The barrier to entry is dropping, and creative potential is off the charts. The tools we discussed are just the tip of the iceberg, a small snapshot of massive innovation about to change how we work, create, and think. It's not about keeping up. It's about getting ahead and leveraging these tools for competitive advantage before they go mainstream. The big question now is, what do you do with this information? Which tool stood out to you? Which one made you think, I need to try that right now? For me, a spreadsheet whisperer or prompt playground is game-changing, but what blew your mind? Your feedback drives this channel's content, so it really matters. I read all the comments, and your interest helps me decide where to focus for future videos. Here's the call to action. Drop a fire emoji, just a single fire, in the comments below with the tool name you found most exciting. The tool with most mentions gets a full deep dive video next, breaking down every feature and showing you how to maximize it. If you want more hidden AI gems before everyone else, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. See you next time.